is as we enter Maida Hill Tunnel that the echo of the engine becomes obnoxiously loud. So let's try another noise. I've seen a pretty bad day too, Ivan. I hope you've got your beautiful engine singing voices finely tuned. And warn you, if you don't sing along, you will be fast, and your next birthday will be rubbish. Let's just wait till we're actually going into the tunnel, and it's a perfect snowdrops. Alright folks, let's take the leg in. 3, 2, 1! This is one of our other mailboats. It's the newest of all the London buses, built in 1978. Same year as the first female astronaut and the first test tube baby. We're currently about 20 minutes walk from Abbey Road, which has some very famous music studios. Just outside is a zebra crossing. Every 30 seconds you'll see another group of people who've had the unique and creative idea of pretending to be the Beatles as they walk across. You don't really have to go there in person. If you Google abbeyroad.com, there's a website where you can look through the CCTV camera and see that I'm not exaggerating. It really is every 30 seconds. And it's a much more common road name than a lot of people realise. There are at least 10 other Abbey Roads around London. It's near one of these other Abbey Roads where you'll find the tube station Abbey Road, where there's a sign that says, if you're a Beatles fan, sorry, but you're in the wrong place. Not everyone notices that sign, however, so it's quite common to see people both about the Beatles or these sitting outside, not realising that the crossing they think they're standing on is actually about 10 miles away. When the locals walk past, sometimes they can see and tell them, sometimes they just laugh at themselves and walk off. This is Lisson Grove, home of loads of Doolittle, amongst other things. Here we have a community of liveaboard boats, most of which are lived in all year round, and on a grandfather's lease, which allows you to keep them on board for 100 years. In this area you pay about 70,000 to start with, and then about 10,000 a year. Definitely one of the cheaper ways of living in the Marylebone area. Once you've bought it, it's yours to live with as you wish. Your family can inherit it, or you can sell it on to someone else. It's not just right to one person. There is, however, a very long waiting list. If you get on it now, you'll maybe get a spot around 2050. The building on the left is St John's Wood Electrical Power Station. It supplies power to pretty much all of North West London, Westminster, Buckingham Palace. It's repeatedly been voted one of the ugliest buildings in the city. Personally, I find that corrugated iron quite charming, but I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Bigger than everybody sometimes, if you're that way inclined. Yeah, me neither. If we look to the left, we see that the owners of this green boat appear to not like their neighbours very much. In actual fact, this is the widest part of the canal. The reason these guys have their boat sideways is to allow enough space for a boat like ours to do a U-turn. Admittedly, if we get all the way up to Regent's Park and then unexpectedly encounter some sort of immovable barricade, then we'll still have to reverse the whole mile back here, but it's better than nothing. It at least saves us from having to reverse through either of those tunnels. That would not be fun or very safe. Over the Red Bull on the left is an electricity substation, but in the 1800s it was the site of a large coal depot. Where we pick you up in Little Venice, if you were to turn around and go off in the opposite direction, you'd find yourself on the Grand Union Canal, which leads all the way to Birmingham. Getting to Birmingham by narrowboat does take about 2 weeks, but that was a pretty typical journey then back then. And as you may know, there were a lot of coal mines in the north of England back then. The coal would be brought over on a horse-powered boat. The Red Bull has barely changed in 200 years since. The indents you see in the wall are there because back then there was also a stable with space for over 250 horses. This ledge on the right is often used to store bits of garbage that have been pulled from the canal, but sometimes the objects that get pulled out are too big to fit. There have in the past been shopping trolleys, suitcases, entire sofas, washing machines, lime bikes, motorbikes, and on one occasion a massive bust statue of Voltaire pulled out of the canal, along with a load of other ridiculous stuff that should really never be thrown in there and that I won't talk about now as they're meant to keep the store family friendly. If you're curious, come talk to me after the trip. I'll tell you more if you really want to know. From 1811 to 1813, this was the site of Thomas Lord's second cricket ground. Only for those 2 years, it then had to be moved to make way for this canal. It was relocated to St John's Wood, where it still is to this day. The cricket club was paid £4,000, which in today's money is more like 407,000. There's a plaque to commemorate it coming up on the right. It won't tell you anything that I haven't already just told you, but if you're interested, or if you think I'm a liar, it's just in between the two pink graffiti tags on the wall right here.